Hello, and welcome to the CGU podcast, where we talk for 45 minutes.
And maybe argue and try not to start World War III in the basement.
Yeah, and World War III in the basement. So we just started the timer. Because we got to time ourselves when we talk, because we talk a lot.
Oh, yes,
That's why our slogan here is never shut up.
Yep.
Because we don't shut up. But we're starting off pretty easy today, as you can see. I mean, you can literally see the computer recording behind our that's a bed sheet.
Yeah.
We're
not professional today.
not even remote. I mean, we were a little, but like we put in some effort.
Yeah. But we also just get done, I think, recording a video. What the fuck did we do earlier? Dude,
it was a shit. It was so. I don't know if we've released it yet, or if we even will release it by the time this comes out. But we made a video where we basically were doing improvisational stuff, which, you know, because we like to keep each other on our toes. And we each came up with 20 questions. The other person would sort of have to improvise an answer.
And the loser would watch Zootopia porn.
The goal was to make the other person laugh more, and the loser was supposed to watch Zootopia porn.
Really? It was just going to be like any kind of weird shit. Like I think Two Girls, One Cup was going to be hidden in there somewhere.
Yeah, but
Blue Waffle was going to be in there.
Zootopia porn was the funny word combo that I was like, oh, this is what we got to say the punishment is, because it's, you know, it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
We both tied, and then it went from, oh, we're going to ask funny jokes to we were just cock jokes.
Yeah, we weren't even jokes. There was no punchline. They were just words.
We were just saying balls 1,000 times.
Does this keep going on if we turn it off? Probably still.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. We're going to get a proper timer eventually, but right now we're using the phone. But yeah, today we're taking it easy. We're not going to talk about anything. We usually disagree drastically.
Oh yes, we do. We have almost started World War III. We almost started World War III in a restaurant once.
Which one was that?
Station. I think we're talking about Spider-Man. Right.
Yeah. No, I was. So we disagree on a lot of things people are passionate about, and so we thought that would be even funny if we just sort of recorded ourselves talking about that, because we get personal. But today we're probably just going to talk about the channel, the future of the channel, why I hate it being called a channel, and other things of that nature.
There's a cat
and
there.
Hello, kitten. But yeah, anyway, anything of that nature, and we keep it relatively raw. We don't do a whole lot of edits. We're just gonna 45 minutes of
unedited awesomeness
if that's what you want to call it.
It's awesomeness.
I call it depressiveness, but I guess if awesomeness is, I like your enthusiasm. But
should we show them the whiteboard and like all the shit that we have, or keep that?
I mean, we can. We'll probably do that for another video. I mean, the whiteboard we got to keep under wraps because
By the way, we have a whiteboard
right next to us. We have a big old whiteboard that has all our ideas.
Yeah.
Fucking rocket science over here.
Yeah, like so that one moment in I believe it's always something where it's like the one guy with the white. I think it's Charlie Day's character is like going, so we're gonna do this. He's like, he has like 3 days or something like that. Yeah, that part.
They do all kinds of stuff. I love that show.
I need to watch that show.
It's great.
I think I got into episode 2 and I just stopped watching it. Not because it's bad, but because it's fallen into that dreaded realm of I start a show. And then I never fucking finish it. Also expect a lot of cussing from me because I mean, we both curse like sailors. I have sailors in my DNA. That doesn't surprise me.
So my dad is not a sailor, but sort of.
It's getting there.
He grew up on the Eastern Shore, and
I'll be right back and get my water.
Big crabby. Oh my God, so unprofessional. Honestly, that's probably not a bad idea. We probably should have had waters to begin with.
Yeah, we should have.
But I'm just gonna see how long I can go without, and just pray I don't
think it's being shot.
Leave here. No, you're good.
Okay, good.
Anyway, the channel, Comedy Geeks Unleashed. I mean, we could talk about how we got the name.
It's not really that.
But it's not a
fucking name generator.
We basically were like, it was like put in 3 words.
I think some of the other names were like Film Geeks United or something like that.
Yeah, Film Geeks TV.
Geeky Friends Online or something. Geeky Friends Online sounds like a MMO that you play in like middle school.
They were pretty garbage stank.
Except for that, for Comedy Geeks Unleashed, that one just stuck out to us.
No, yeah, I liked that one, and that sort of came from the fusion. I mean, we're both geeks. We both enjoy comedy, but I would say my channels at least leaned a little more towards comedy.
Well, mine leans more towards like video games and comic books and stuff.
Yeah, like the
and I'm more of the comic book guy. I have one right next to me. I have. I'll show it to the camera. I have the Invincible Bible with me, so I mean
the Invincible Bible is what we've been calling it.
Yeah, I have 2 of 3, by the way. I'm planning on getting 1 and 3 at some point. Yeah, it makes a loud thump when you drop it.
Yeah. So,
I'm afraid to drop this thing on a table because I'm afraid it's going to break the fucking table. Like if I were to drop this like a foot away from that table right there, it might break.
That one maybe not, but that one maybe, because that one's surprisingly sturdy.
I wouldn't. Yeah, no, that's doubt on the Invincible Bible.
That's in case for anyone listening or anyone watching, the table he's pointing at is the Alan Cal table. That we used for all our reviews.
Should we talk about like what's happening with Alan Cal if anyone asks?
Sure. I mean, I guess I can put it out there. It's not too secretive. I just won't get too deep into it. But it's done. Like, for those of you that didn't know, like, me and Calvin didn't really have a falling out. But we don't talk as much as we used to. And, you know, we stopped doing videos. So Alan Cal, as far as I know, is not coming back. Which is fine. I'm not mad. We're not on bad terms. But we just haven't talked in like months. So that's sort of the situation with that. And I remember telling you, which we can decide if we want to put this in the podcast or not, about how I was like, let's not even really talk about Alan Cal that much.
Yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
Because I didn't want people to draw the comparison to he was...
Oh, Alan Cal is just a spin-off.
Yeah, it's just a spin-off. When really this was... We've been talking about doing something like this, I think even before Alan Cal.
Yeah. Or I think around when Alan Cal was happening.
Yeah, but we didn't do it... I out of a combination of things, but I always say it's just laziness.
But then the motivation happened when, sadly, I had a death in the family.
Yeah.
Someone was really close to me. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of the motivation that finally drove both of us.
For sure. Because, you know, she always talked about, I'm assuming from what you've told me and what she told me, that she was always waiting for that and always said that we should.
Yeah. Like, I always say something about it, so like, she was kind of waiting for it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then when the tragedy struck, we were kind of like, shit, like, you know, the one person who was really excited for this, and we just kept saying no. So it was like, you know, like, we might as well, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's sort of why we, if you ever look at the CGU symbol, behind it is, you know, it's I don't want to say the stop sign, because it's not a stop sign.
It's like a stop symbol for for a TV remote. Right?
Yeah, like a TV remote, DVD player, VHS player, etc.
Most people won't know what the fuck a VHS player is. We're like the oldest 19, 20-year-olds right now.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I still have VHS players all around this house.
I think I have some that I don't think work anymore, but...
But
again, we're the oldest 20-year-olds.
Oh man, we're definitely towards the more senior end of the Gen Z.
Like, we were born in 03 when VHS was still kind of a thing.
I mean, I still sort of remember not the early transfer, when VHS was sort of how DVDs are now.
Yeah,
like on their way out. But no, I had the rewinders, those little boxes that you put it in and tap it, and. I still remember the orange VHS tapes for the Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
VHS.
I had the copy of the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. I watched that motherfucker till it stopped working. I had that and then 2 cassettes for the 90s show. Yeah, one had Black Cat in it, and that might explain my taste in women.
So, but yeah, no, I don't know where we were going. We kind of got off topic. But oh yeah, the stop symbol. Sort of symbolizing, because not too. I've struggled with, like, nothing crazy, but like I've had some I'll just say depression problems. Let's just be honest. Specifically in 2021.
When certain issues happen.
I had a big, as I like to tell people, I kind of went batshit crazy for a while, and I went silent for a little bit. And so it was sort of a big life-altering event that I think changed me as a human being, that I talk about a lot, oddly enough, in Asperger's, which what was the last thing you expect, a comedy special called Asperger's. Talks a lot about that. And then the death in your family, which sort of was kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So we were like, the fast forward button was taken, the play button was taken, the rewind button was taken. So we were like, well, does the stop button make any sense? It was like, well, kind of, because a lot of this comes from our life coming to a screeching halt. A stop for the big event. So there's actually a little bit of meaning behind it. It's not just a cool square and a circle.
Or guys are saying, stop by our channel, please.
Yeah, that too, stop by, things like that. But it does have a little thing of it. But we combined the thing because the CG is in the font is Comic Sans, which is my usual go-to for anything Aloe related. And then you had your own personal one, was it Metal Mania?
Metal Mania for my Right Grave.
For your Right Grave one, so that we were like, we'll put it together, and boom. Comedy Geeks Unleashed.
It also mean Comic Sans. I think
it's a classic. I mean,
yeah, most comics use Comic Sans.
There you go. So it's got a super meaning, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, that's really the topic of the creation. Lately, he's kind of moved into the office downstairs that I have. I call it my office because it's not quite a studio. It's not like that big. It's not entirely soundproof, but it is, it's my own space.
Yeah, it's an office area.
Yeah, I feel. So he's taken the other half of the table, and we've sort of been working on different stuff. We've only got one video released.
And it's a channel trailer.
Yeah. But we've got all kinds
with with footage from an unreleased Batman video.
That's so. We should touch on that too.
So when you watch a channel trailer, when it gets to my part, and I say Jared Leto's Joker, or like I say something along the lines of if you like Jared Leto's Joker, I will forcefully revoke and it cuts off because I stutter.
Yeah, there was a stutter and it was kind of long. So I was like to make it quick and smoother, I was like, I'll just take this part.
That is from an unreleased review of the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, and it was like a fresh out of the theater review.
Yeah, we drove back, and I instantly I think I already had the place set up. So I just turned some lights on, turned on the camera, and then it was me, you, and Calvin. We were sitting at the table and we were like giving our review basically.
Yeah.
And we talked for an hour and a half.
Because I think a good hour of it was just us venting about the review, and then the last 30 minutes was just us ranking all the Batman.
And I went to go put it into Premiere and edit it so that I could send it to him and have him put it on his channel. And I just remember thinking like, dude, he's never getting this video because so I'm not sitting through 90 minutes of us talking to figure out what's good and what's not good.
Yeah.
Which, in hindsight, is a bit douchey.
But I mean, I wouldn't do the same. I would probably do the same thing. I'm like, I ain't sitting through shit. Fuck you. I love you, but not that damn much.
Yeah. So I was just like, I'm not doing this. I'm sorry. So it never got released. But I know, I when I was editing, I kind of was like looking through till I saw what looked like Jameson getting fired up, and then I was like, perfect. I dropped your name. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
I might do that by accident, but I can always bleep it if you want.
That's fine. It's in the videos and with Alan Cow. My name a couple of times was name dropped.
Fair enough. So so Red Grave. Every time Red Grave was getting fired up, I would stop, watch it, see if it was funny, which it usually was, but some funnier than others. And then I was like, all right, perfect. And then what was the other one? So it was that one.
And then it was the Man of Steel Freaking Sucks one.
Yeah.
In the Alan Cow one where I said very controversial
and the
statement.
Win one. Yeah.
Where that came from my fucked up brain.
Dude, you you cracked me up during a lot of those poker scenes.
I think one of them where the camera panned up to me and I said, and if you look carefully, I mouthed the word fuck. I didn't say it. I legit mouthed it.
I always thought it was funny because you put on the mustache, which looked real on you.
Well,
didn't look real on anyone else, but at the time you had it and you looked like Lando Calrissian. And
okay, I can see it.
And the cowboy, like I messed with it, and then I told you, I don't remember my exact direction. On the set of Call of the Wind, I was very loose. I'm not when I direct stuff, I try not to be super like stick to the script and stick to like I'm very like on the fly, loosey goosey, which is not unheard of, but for certain actors, I have like certain actors I've worked with, they don't like that. Which I don't get, but I don't know. I just kind of let
because I guess like most actors would like want to follow a script.
They want to be directed, yeah. And I direct them like this is what I want. But if you give me something similar, that's fine too. So I'd basically tell people, I was like, give me something like this. And I would sort of show them like act it out. Like I was like, just kind of be like, and then just say action, see what they did. And then if I liked it, I'd be like, perfect. Let's do one more for what I call the insurance take, which is just in case that one's better or we lose one or what have you. But usually I'm just like, if we can get it one take, perfect. And if it's similar to what I'm looking for, yes. But some people are like, no, you need to tell me a line. And I'm just like, I didn't really write a line. I just kind of wrote the emotion. Which, by the way, my scripts are unprofessional as hell.
So are mine.
When I write them, I don't even always write the line. I just go, I'll just write like in parentheses, Redgrave gets angry and says stuff. And then we just kind of
very broad.
Yeah. And so
I'm cussing out someone. Am I saying a certain gamer word left and right?
So a lot of times I'll write that and I'll just be like, and then on the fly we'll be there and I'll just be like, so he says yours sucks. So like, say something angry back. And say it kind of like, hey, you're dumb or whatever. And then just have them do it. So I give a lot of creative control to the actors or the talent.
I believe we did 2 takes of my dad. Or of that
we
scene.
did 2 because I think originally I just had you walking away angrily. And then you were kind of spitting these crazy ideas left and right. And some of them I brushed off. Some I said maybe and then some of them I was like, well, try that. And then I'll see how it is in post.
One of them was, what if I walked off screen and you hear a gun click in the background?
And he told me that and I loved it. And I was like, I'll do you one better. What if we hear a gun click and then see a gun shot, sort of implying he just shot himself? And I loved it. I was like, yes, let's do it. I was like, we'll do one with, and then if you like, we'll do one without, and then I'll put that because
we did the one without first, and then we did the one with afterwards. Like I walked back and went, what if I shot myself at the end of it?
Yeah, it was great. And the reason we did 2 is because I basically had to do 2 versions because it was for my school that I was going to at the time, and it was going to be my final was this short film. And they said it can be no less than 4 minutes, but it can't exceed 7 minutes. And mine was about 14 minutes. So it was about double the length that it could reach. So I was like, all right, well, I'll do 2 versions. I'll do the full version made my way. And then the second version made with the requirements. I made my version that I loved. That's up on YouTube. And then the version that I made for school is honestly, to this day, the worst video I've ever made. Which I think is hilarious because it's made from the same footage of what I consider to be one of my best.
Yeah.
But because so much had to be cut out, like half of the movie had to be cut out, it sucked and made no sense.
It's like the Joss Whedon cut of Justice League.
It was terrible.
It's like the Whedon cut, and then we got the Snyder cut. We got the Snyder cut. Black and white, 4x3 and all.
Yeah, dude. And yeah, one of these days I might do, maybe even on here, like us watch it.
Yeah.
Just so I can show you how like you watch it and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't understand what's happening. This doesn't make any sense. Like,
we did not take this seriously. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was so bad. I think I had to cut out all of your scenes for time.
Even my dad said, damn, I was cut completely.
Yeah, you were cut
completely. It really was the Whedon cut.
Zeke was cut completely.
It really was the Joss
I was cut completely. The only thing that stayed was Calvin's character walks up. He says, you know, what's a savage outlaw got to do to get a drink around here? And then maybe you say something there. Maybe you go, die of thirst. And then he just goes, you extras are annoying. I'm going to the saloon.
So it doesn't even get to you saying something?
No, it doesn't get to me saying anything. And then he just rolls eyes and he goes to the saloon and there's not even a whole walk-in sequence. He just goes in, says, that poker? And he goes, sure is. And then he's just like, I'm a champion at that game. Take more money than the IRS. Then it shows him walking towards the table. Everything else was cut. And then he goes, y'all got an extra seat? Malachi runs off. He goes, looks like one just opened up. And then it cuts to Sheriff Peabody coming in and being like, you lost, friend. Like, we don't even show him cheating. And then he's like, oh, dude, don't touch me. And then we skip the montage and he just goes, you gonna play? He's like, yeah. He sits down and plays. And he goes, wait a minute. And he sees the aces and then they shoot. And then that's the end.
What?
Right? But when I did that, it was 7 minutes exactly, like 7 minutes on the dot. And I just was like, I can't turn this in. Like, I cannot turn this in. This is terrible. I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail immediately. So I was like, shit, because it was like due in like 2 days. And I think I called everyone up, and that's when we did the interview one. That's also up on my channel where we talk about making Call of the Wind. And
where we actually, I think we see clips of the colorized version.
Yeah, we do see that, which I've been meaning to release, but it's a bunch of stuff that I gotta do. I got an old laptop, and I shot the whole thing in 4K, so it's, you know. But yeah, there's a color version, which was the school version was in color because they required that. They said no black and white.
That sucks.
Yeah, no black and white, no 4:3.
What the fuck?
It had to be in color and 2:3:9 aspect ratio. So
okay.
And that was 7 minutes, and that did pass. That passed with flying colors, and I was like, thank God. And then for Grins and Gigs, they watched the full version on my YouTube channel in class, and they said they liked it, but it was way too long. So yeah, so that's, I don't know how we got to talk about Call of the Wind, but yeah, there's some fun facts for you about that short film that I enjoyed, you enjoyed, and I think is my most popular video with like 800 views.
Yeah, I believe so.
So yeah, but that also goes to show that we've worked together before. Yeah. And we've talked about this in the Alan Cal episode, how we've known each other I've known about you for years because you had the sick cornrows.
Yeah. I look like Jaden Smith in elementary school. Yeah. Like, if you've ever seen the 2010, no, I didn't have glasses on.
You didn't have glasses?
No, I didn't have it till I didn't get glasses till, like, I think 5th grade. Oh. But in like kindergarten through like 4th grade, when I didn't have glasses, I legit looked like Jaden Smith from the 2010 Karate Kid movie.
I think that's a spot on comparison.
Yeah, like literally I was called the Karate Kid and I was like, hell yeah, I'm keeping these.
No, they were sick, dude. And I remember I'd see you walk in the hall and I do remember thinking like, God, that kid's got some sick cornrows. And then just time went on and I just went on with my life and still noticed you. And then I was like, oh, he got rid of the cornrows when we got to middle school. And then we had the same art class. Yeah. And then boom.
That was when it hit.
That's when it happened. Just at the same table.
With a dickhead kid that kept smacking me in the back of the head. I swear he's lucky he didn't meet the real, like the inner dad me.
Yeah,
he's lucky he didn't meet the I will hit you on fucking sight.
Yeah, he was just such a... And what sucked is not only was he an asshole, but he was like dumb as a post. So dumb.
He makes me look like fucking Albert Einstein.
Dude, he'd make someone with a lobotomy look like Albert Einstein. No offense if you got a lobotomy, you're still tangible. But
yeah, like he was he was dumber than a guy. I've seen Brick smarter than him.
Genuinely. Mm-hmm. He's like a caterpillar. He's just got no brain. So
how much time do we have?
Let's see. Check the time. We are
20 minutes ahead. Okay, so
yeah, we got We got a little bit. We're good.
Yeah.
But still, yeah. Crazy times.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. We worked together at charity events too. You were my photographer.
And we're going to be doing another one this Tuesday.
We are, yeah.
I'm still debating on if I'm going to skip class or that. I might. I don't think we're doing anything important that day, so I might just skip.
Excuse me. So we've worked together, obviously, many, many times.
Yeah.
And we've been over each other's houses. Whatnot.
Hell, I camped out with him for for like a solid week when my major death in the family happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your stuff is still in the room.
Yeah, it is.
We're practically roommates at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. I camp at my house because I have to take care of my siblings. Which, I mean, yeah, it's fine. Plus, you have work, so I mean, I don't really stay here when you have work.
Work like a motherfucker.
I mean, a job must be fun. It's not that I won't even get a job. It's just I got laid off. Mm-hmm. That shit sucked.
Thanks a lot, government.
I would say the actual job, I'm not going to dox myself. No. So I'm not going to dox myself or my former employers. So,
And I don't want to throw my current employer under the bus, but we were on a temporary leave because he had an accident. And I'm not even going to say my job, but there was an accident and he messed up his face. Had to go to the hospital. It was like a whole thing. So we were on leave for a little bit, but
well, that's different because you still had your job. I didn't.
No, yeah.
It was like the day before I had a job. The next day I'd wake up to find out I don't have a job.
But in a very, very unfortunate convenience, that happened the same week as your as the death.
No, it wasn't. That was months beforehand.
No, I mean my thing when I was off because of the accident. Your thing was different. I was saying like that ended up lining up so that when, we were kind of getting together more to just kind of be like, oh my gosh, like it ended up working out time-wise because I was off the entire week.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Your thing happened months before.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks a lot, government.
Yeah. As Ron Swanson once said, fuck the government. I think that's what he said. He probably said that.
Yeah, I know he has. They bleep it out and do the little...
Yeah.
But yeah. As for I guess we could talk about what we do on the channel is kind of whatever we want.
Yeah, I mean, just by looking at that,
I
fuck ton of shit right there. Like next episode, if I can reveal it, because it's the first thing I'm looking at. It's the first thing
in the middle.
Yeah, the podcast one, middle, like literally the first thing.
Okay, yeah.
Either that's gonna be next episode. That might be one of the episodes where I'm gonna be explaining a timeline of my own choice. That's gonna be fun. It'll be me explaining it to his ass. Setup might be I might have a fucking whiteboard in the background. It's gonna look like that one moment in Always Sunny. And I'll be either explaining the Mortal Kombat timeline, yes, including NRS. Fucking the Devil May Cry timeline. Yes, that's fucking confusing if you look it up. Maybe Kingdom Hearts. I might not do that. Because if you know Kingdom Hearts, it's fucking impossible.
I've only ever played Kingdom Hearts once and I didn't finish it.
Because you didn't like it or because you just couldn't finish it?
Well, because I was young and I didn't know how to finish it, so I just kind of stopped.
Cool. That's how half of us were with video games.
Yeah, it was cool. I don't hate it, but I didn't get as into it as like some people did.
Yeah. Yeah, like I would like literally like a fucking paper out of a bag or a paper out of a hat, draw it and fucking pick a timeline.
I don't want to be honest so much. I get like that when I sit still for a long time.
Well, it is also like 8:41 p.m. I mean, it's still a little early.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be going to bed, and it's Saturday, so like I'm not gonna be going to bed. But we got tons of stuff planned.
Yeah, we're not gonna reveal them all.
That's just what we're willing to reveal at this moment.
We told you two of them already. The timeline of choice and improv interview. Hell yeah!
Which I gotta go through and be like, first I gotta see which stuff we can use, like which stuff got funny reactions, and then I gotta figure out which stuff we're willing to post
Are we even gonna keep like the challenge thing, or we're just gonna have the improv interview thing, where it's like,
dude, we might not even do the challenge because honestly, I don't even know how we're gonna.
Number one, it was a dumb challenge. We can't. We with what we were gonna do, we couldn't even show it on YouTube.
Yeah, no.
Without either getting demonetized or instantly getting our channel control all deleted.
Yeah. For anyone listening, I just kicked the mic, and I apologize if that freaked you out.
Why'd you kick the mic?
I got long legs, dude. I'm like 6.5 feet. You can't contain these legs.
Can't contain this foot up your ass. What the fuck's with the winking? Why were you moving your eyebrows? Like, that's not a kinky thing. It's gonna be like my foot will go straight up your ass.
No, I don't know.
Stop with the eyebrows. Stop it!
God, what else have we done? I mean, that's really...
I guess we may talk about projects that we were gonna do. I think we were gonna do a Spider-Man fan film at one point.
Yeah, we still got the scripts for all that. That's probably going to happen down the road, which I didn't mention on.
I'm working on an animated series, which I'm still going to keep under wraps. I'm not going to share with the public yet.
Yeah, it's still pretty...
It's
low-key right now. It's pretty low-key.
But I will tell you that it's an original animated series, but the idea originally came from a live-action Batman series that I was going to do. Where she was going to start yours truly as Batman.
Yeah, buddy.
But then it went from live action to animated.
Oh, yeah. The camera stopped.
Are you fucking kidding? Did that not record any of that?
Well, I mean, we do have the audio, which is fine, but...
That didn't record any of that?
It might not have. I don't know. I don't know when it stops. It usually stops after 30 minutes. So it might have just stopped. So
okay, well, how much time do we have? 13 minutes. Okay, so I guess we can do like final thoughts.
It's true. Yeah. So we had 13 minutes left, or we have 13 minutes.
So we're calling it.
Yeah, so 13 minutes left. So I guess all right. Final remarks. I'm psyched to be working with this channel, to be working with this man, and we got a lot of stuff to come. A lot of stuff already done.
Yeah.
And
expect a video?
Yeah, of some sort. I know this is hopefully going up tonight.
Hopefully,
or tomorrow.
If not tonight, then tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then on my 20th birthday, which is if so, happy birthday, me.
Is that Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
We gotta do something.
Yeah, we did. Well, I'm already planning on going to the comic book shop.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to name the comic book shop because I'm not going to dox myself. But
yeah.
And maybe one day we'll open up a PO box and people can send me
for
stuff.
any of you that complain that I have too many channels, you're wrong. I still only have 3.
This is a joint deal.
So
this is my second one.
Yeah, Alan Cal's a joint deal. And that's not even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
So
don't you still have an unreleased episode for that? Like you started a video?
Just to I'll make it quick because we don't have a whole lot of time. Me and Calvin were gonna do sort of an epic rap battle parody where it was like me versus him, and we have the first half of the song recorded and unfinished.
Maybe one day you can release it. Yeah, because I think right now it's in lost media. It's considered lost media right now.
Yeah, it's like it's. I might show it one day depending on the circumstances. I still got to get his permission.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Which I have no clue if I'll even get because.
So right now he has one piece of lost media. Hey, lost media wiki, you got a new thing. I don't think you'll ever care, but you got a new thing.
You do. I mean, if you want to.
Fuck, maybe we do a podcast about lost media. That's a nice podcast idea. But anyway.
So we have that, but I still only have 3 active channels, and they're all specific. One's specifically music, one is specifically skits and portfolio work, and the Allo Tube is just sort of my whatever sort of raw, unedited content. It's more content that has less hard work, professionalism.
Like more like unscripted shit.
Yeah. That's why you see a lot of shorts and other things.
Yeah.
And I haven't posted on there in a while, but I do have a video on the way. It's been on pause because the Friday you called me and I was headed up to visit my brother.
Yeah.
Is when I was going to edit it.
But then things happened.
Yeah, and then those things happened. And I was like, well, shit. So I've got to get back on that. There is a video coming for there. Those are not done. I'm not going to just abandon those. I'm still going to be active on those. But I'm going to be more active on here because this is joint. And yeah. So
and I might upload on my channel. It's been like, over a year since I've uploaded on mine. The last video I did was an Injustice 2 fight between Batman and Superman. Yeah. That was almost 2 years ago. So, yeah. I think over that time, that one Sephiroth video became my most viewed video. I'm so happy about that one. I think I still have trailers for that one book I was doing. That's not even going to be a book anymore. It's going to be a So, I'm sorry.
How much time we got?
9 minutes.
9 minutes. We can do
I can explain Redgrave now. So, for anyone that's near me, you know that I was writing a book called Redgrave, which is actually where the channel name came from. And it was going to be about a demon hunter he's kind of like Dante from Devil May Cry series. I am still working on that. It's just not going to be a book anymore. I might turn it into an animated series. I might turn it into a comic book. I haven't decided yet, and I'm still doing this other first one.
Don't worry about it.
I'm still doing this other one first. And
he's going to release it when he wants. I kicked the mic again. I'm sorry.
Stop kicking the fucking mic. So, where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, Redgrave. I will release it whenever. That might be like a passion project, but that's also kind of like with this new one I'm doing, it's kind of like a start anew type deal, especially with a bunch of shit's happening. Where another thing I will reveal about this new project is that it's going to heavily revolve around me, like what I'm going through right now. Originally it didn't involve that, but now it is. And Redgrave is going to be kind of its own self-contained thing. Yeah, self-contained.
So suck on that for a while.
Yeah, I might have another project in the works I'm currently working on that I won't even reveal that. I don't think you know. Oh, you might know. But it's another secret project. I don't think any of my family members know about it.
He's gonna do porn.
I'm not gonna do porn, man.
Yeah, he is.
That's what you're doing.
Maybe.
You're already filming porn, aren't you?
I've thought about it, but no.
That doesn't surprise me either. Why does that not surprise me?
Oh, anyway. Well, I mean, depending on how much time we got left, we could probably wrap it up unless you have something else you want to add.
No, I'm good.
If you watch this, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
If you listen to this, thank you for listening. I'm thinking we'll probably start a Spotify, a SoundCloud,
Amazon Music.
I don't know as much about that, but the answer is yes, we'll try that, but I don't know much about Amazon Music, so that might be a you thing.
Okay.
And then we'll upload this to all of that.
Yeah.
So you can listen to that there.
Also subscribe, like the video, get this video and podcast to. How many likes do you want? 10 likes. If we get 10 likes, I will punch this man in the dick.
Right there. As hard as you can. So.
Or get us 10 likes and I will explain the entirety of the Invincible lore or whatever.
And then punch me in the dick.
I will Johnny Cage punch you in the cock. Like full split and everything. I will tear every single muscle in both legs, but it'll be funny.
If you learn to do a split just to do that, I will allow it.
Because it's Johnny Cage. Come on, I'll even get the shades. How much time do we have? 6 minutes. Okay.
But anyway, yeah.
Follow us on all of our socials. We have an Instagram.
And a Twitter.
As long as that motherfucker doesn't implode. Yeah. At the time of this release, Twitter is still up. I don't know how much longer it's going to be up, but it's still up. We might even get a Threads account, which is like what Instagram, Twitter for people who have Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
Did you make a Threads account yet?
I have. Aloe has a Threads account.
I have a Threads account. I barely am on Threads because I'm on Twitter more.
Same. But I've thought about making a Threads for this. So just keep an eye out.
Sooner than later, we'll have a Threads.
And yeah,
that's about it.
Thank you for listening and watching.
See ya.